Hey guys, it's olivershutterspeed here again with another photoshoot behind the scenes. And in this video I shot with Lena and her dad, and we also went to these blossom trees. And when we started shooting we actually met like 5 minutes away from the location, because when I'm like meeting up with a model, I like to go to the location together, because then you already can like do small talk and you can get to know the model. And then we did some portraits at these benches, and my idea was to have like this town hall in the background. But sometimes my mistake was that I had my shutter speed way too low or my ISO way too high. And my mistake was that I didn't check my settings once in a while, because I was focusing more on the picture itself, but I forgot to like check the settings. So make sure guys, when you do portraits, that you also check your settings once in a while. So then we decided to go to these cherry blossom trees, and on the way there we saw these shops on the street, and I saw one shop and it had like this red sign, and I felt like this was kind of special in a way. I just wanted to do some portraits here, and I also talked to Lena before the photo shoot about the outfits, and Lena had one outfit which really matched the color of the sign. So there's also one photo I am also going to edit later for you guys. So after that location with the red sign in the background, we finally went then to these cherry blossom trees, and we did some full body shots here. And while Lena was changing her outfit, I also asked her dad if he wanted to do some portraits with the blossom trees in the background. And that was just so cool that he said yes, because I didn't expect that. And we also did some family portraits there. And last but not least, then we went back to the town hall, because Lena told me that she still wanted to do some photos with the stairs there. And my tip for you photographers out there is that you say yes to them, because if you say like, no, we want to go there, this is kind of awkward for the model, because, you know, also your model is kind of your client and you are working for the client. So make sure you always listen to the model and then do also photos the model wants, you know? So now we're here back in camera raw, and I'm going to show you now how we're going to edit this portrait from Lena. And we've done this portrait where there was also this red sign in the background. So the first thing we do here with our tint slider, we're going to push this slider to around +15, and we're also going to raise here the blacks and the shadows, and we're also going to raise the exposure to around 0.05. And here with our clarity slider, we're going to add also some clarity, because we want the image to be a bit more sharper. And with our vibrance slider, we push this one to +20. Around 19, that's good. And for our curve, so here we're going to create an S-curve, but I'm also going to raise a bit the S-curve like to around here, because we still have like some black areas clipped here to the left side. And now we're going to create this S-curve like this. And our next step will be here on detail, because I was shooting on an ISO 400. As you can see here, we still have a bit of noise. So to counter that, we will also add a bit of noise reduction to around 30. We will push the slider. And on effects, because we also want to, you know, create also a vignette, because then the focus is more on the model. So we're going to push this slider to around -20. And on calibration, because here we can, for example, also create effects, but I'm very subtle here. I just like to do minor changes. But on blue primary with our hue slider, I like to push this slider to around -7. So here you already see a before and after from our portrait. And now we press here on K, because we also want to make the eyes more sharp. So we're going to zoom into the model, and here with our clarity slider, we're going to push this slider to around +16. We're also going to create some exposure to around +10. And now we're going to hover over the eyes. And as you can see here, we selected now this area, and now we can like make changes also to this area. And we're also going to boost a bit the exposure a bit more. And our next step will be to smooth out the skin a bit more. And I have to say, Lena already has a very good skin, but we're just going to make some minor changes. So we're going to create a new adjustment brush, and here we're also going to reset our local correction settings. And this time, guys, we're going to push the clarity slider to the left. So we're going to push this one to -24. We're also going to create here our mask options. So now we know exactly which area we selected. And I'm going to hover now very quickly over the skin. So now we selected all of her skin, and make sure here, guys, you don't go over the eyes, because then they are a bit more washed out. So we're going to deselect our mask options here, and now you see we can also push this clarity slider to the left or right, and I feel like -16 is actually pretty good. And our last step will be here on our crop tool. So because we also want to crop this portrait for Instagram, we can also do this here in Camera Raw. So up here you have your crop and rotate tool, and here you have your aspect ratio, and we're going to change this one to 4:5. And now we're just going to press enter, and here you see our portrait and how it looks now. And as you can see here, we also have a before and after, and this is how I edit my portraits for Instagram. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and also again huge thank you also to Lena and her dad for being the models. I had so much fun shooting with them. Although it was still very cold, we still managed to do some pretty cool shots, and yeah, I'm looking forward to shoot with both of them again, so more content will come soon, guys. And also again, huge thank you to you guys for watching. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye.